It'll be Anthony Ghobriel taking the opening face-off for the Wahoos. And he will be matched by Jackson Strickland for Richmond. Check that. That's Anthony Dicenso getting the start for the Spiders, and he wins the opening face-off.
I just said, I said, give me one, it's 1 minute. And he said, okay.
It's the guys to get wider. That way the slides take longer to get there. It gives their Dodgers more of an opportunity to score unassisted.
Ghobriel wins it to himself. Here's
Spiders.
Virginia fans are like, wait a minute, we're used to seeing Peyton Cormier do that on this field. Our own guy, he's gone. And now Lucas Littlejohn, Canadian in his own right from Ontario, comes in and scores for the road team. It's 2-0. Scramble for it off the draw. Kicked into the corner. And it was kicked by Virginia, so it's going to be Richmond ball.
Zoom classes, they lifted on Wednesday and went hard on Thursday. So not a normal week to host if you're the Cavaliers, and maybe that showed up in the first 4 minutes.
Anthony Dicenso has taken all these draws for Richmond at the start of this game, and he's holding his own against Ghobriel. Richmond's top face-off guys, Jared Chenoy, he's been banged up all year. Face-off violation against Richmond.
Looked like Dicenso was leaning in the neutral zone. When you got two goalies, you got none.
Dicenso and Ghobriel battling it out. This time they put in Strickland, so that was Strickland who took that draw for Richmond. Going to be a couple of guys taking the draw.
Hips, feet, back, and he's finally healthy and making a contribution. It's a great story, Jack Walsh.
Well, I'm wondering if he interned at Moscone Bail Bonds in the summer. Jack Walsh, of course, in the movie Midnight Run. I wonder if these... Violation goes against Ghobriel. So these face-off men for Richmond holding...
Colsey can do very well is shoot the ball left-handed.
Dicenso back in for the Spiders to take on Ghobriel. Ghobriel, a loose ball push. It's going to go against Virginia. Beat it.
Yeah, and oddly enough, wasn't St. Joe's a Virginia target in early NCAA tournament recently as well?
Yeah, it
feels like that Atlantic 10 draws an ACC school every year.
And it's a tough early out.
The loss of Connor Schellenberger and Peyton Cormier and Jack Boyden, and then you go back 2 years and there was a massive loss of offensive talent. This is very much a new unit in Charlottesville.
Face-offs have been roughly even. Dicenso's been holding his own as he wins this one. Gets possession to his team, at least initially, and they'll hold it. Shimani says the combination of he and Henry Alpar, two guys who were born to play midfield, part of that depth that he loves. Chismar on the run, shoots! Figure snatches it out of mid-air. The crease.
That's exactly how Virginia had success against Colgate. It's one of the most bizarre games I've ever watched. You look at the box score, you say 19-9, Virginia must look great, you plug it in, and it was a mess. I mean, it was just up and down transition with no settled sets. Aiden Pennefeather Stevenson.
Yeah, coach calls him Penny. I'm going to call him Penny from now on. Pennefeather Stevenson was too much for me to even get out on that break. I didn't even try it. Got the assist. You saw the numbers for the face-off man. It's been all Ghobriel. We thought it would be for Virginia, but Richmond hanging in there. They're using the combination of Strickland and Dicenso, and it's worked out well for the Spiders.
They'd like to run him as a two-way defensive midfielder, Cotter, but right now they need him to run first midfield because he's got separation quickness that a lot of their middies don't have.
Ghobriel comes out of there with it. Millen leaps over, call on it. I think they wanted to get Mitchell Dunham. Close defender on the slash. 1-7, not 2-7. Cleared it up. Dicenso battling.
Huge win. You got to pinch off there if you're the Virginia defender.
Creo's in a little bit of trouble here. Gets it to a teammate.
Protect the net first.
Spiders back up by 3. Good battle in the middle of the field. Dicenso and Ghobriel going to get a push against Virginia. Yeah, might have warded off.
And man down.
Yeah, you got the sense, Q, that, you know, when they got it down to 2 goals, they had all the momentum. They were starting to play Virginia lacrosse. And you got to give all the credit in the world to Richmond. They took the momentum right back. They've got it back. Big ground ball right here. One by
Part cutter. We haven't called out guys' names because they aren't making mistakes. So that defense is giving this offense confidence, and I think we're seeing an identity that is being born.
And Strickland and Dicenso have done an outstanding job at the face-off dot today as well. That's Dicenso. We're going to get a loose ball hold. And that one's going to go against Virginia. Their face-off men have been outstanding. They actually lead in that category today. Dan Chimani says he's probably our best lacrosse player, period. And he makes a huge play there on that ground ball, and Little John finishes it off. Creo does a nice job finding him on the crease. The lead is 5 early 4th quarter.
Back of the net.
He's the player that Dan Chimani said you have to know where he is and what he's doing at all times, and he showed you why. How about this? Virginia back-to-back in a matter of seconds, and it's Andrew Greenspan. Face-offs haven't been going so well for him, so they turn to Greenspan, the transfer from Notre Dame. Not only does he win a draw, but he gets a goal.
Had a strong game against Colgate. I believe he went 5 of 6. Wins this out the front side, and they don't respect him. He comes in, and this ball, Vigu's upset with himself. He's upset with himself. He thought he was going stick side low and kind of lean, and that ball goes over his right shoulder. Greenspan's been a plus. Portal pickup from South Bend.
Just goes to show you, Q, about how face-offs are all about matchups. Ghobriel wasn't doing well against Dicenso. Maybe Greenspan has a better way of handling Dicenso. Dicenso wins another one.
Stoll's had a nice game. 40 in red. He's a super smart, always making the right play at the right time.
He's all A10, Q. You don't think he knows who's the pole on the other side in 44 and where? He wants to show up. Greenspan again takes the shot off the win. Really nice loose ball by Dunham. Look at 17 coming out of there with it. 3 of the last 4 to go against Anthony Dicenso, who's been great. That's Dicenso right there for Richmond. He's been great today. Also in goal, it looks like they're going to make a switch. Virginia is and bring in Matthew Nunes. Why would we do that here, Q?
Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, he's a little faster, the goaltender, for the 10-man ride. And 2, if Virginia is caught on defense, they're going to have to vacate the goal and double team and try to cause a turnover. So Nunes is a little more, got better speed, a little more athletic than Morris, who played pretty well today after the first quarter.
Greenspan wins it back to Ware.
You better respect Ben Ware as an offensive player.
That's the man you want to have the ball in his cross at this moment. But he flips it. Greenspan tracks it down. Tried to shovel it back to Ware, but it ends up with Dicenso.
Good handle. Here comes the 10-man. How about this bus ride back to Richmond this afternoon? Be the 2nd time in program history Richmond's beaten Virginia. First ACC loss of the year, conference-wide, and this will tailspin the Cavaliers into some serious reckoning.
Tommy Stoll, a long pole put in to take this draw against Greenspan. Ware picks it up, and that's why he got Stoll right there on 44, just to make it difficult on him, and he does. And he causes the turnover, almost. Ball's still loose, but precious seconds off the clock, picked up by Richmond.
Ground ball play today, right there. Ground ball play today has made the difference.